Hello, everyone. This is Hank. I'm back. Today we are going to talk about Merge to Panorama feature in Adobe Camera Raw. Okay, when we talk about panorama in photography, we normally think of a method of taking multiple pictures to cover the desired field of view, merge them together into a panoramic photo that contain the desired field of view. You know, that means it's wider than your lens, focal length could handle the situation. So, for example, if I'm using, in this example here that you're looking at, I'm using a 16 millimeter focal length to capture it. And even at that wide angle on a full frame, it wasn't adequate to capture everything that I wanted to capture. So the method is I moved the camera to the left, took a picture, make sure that there's ample overlapping so that the computer, ACR in this case, is going to recognize the similarity so that it knows where to crop and merge. Okay, and then I moved the camera to the right, took another shot. So I have three shots. Okay, and then right here is the three shots that you're looking at. Okay, what you're looking at right now is the center shot. And then I took a left shot. Notice like there's ample overlapping. Okay, and then I go to the right, took another photo on the right. Okay, so now my field of view is no longer 16, it's probably like 12 millimeter or even less. Okay, so that's the key. Okay, and then in order to activate the merge to panorama feature in ACR, the first thing you do is you highlight all three of them. You have to highlight all three of them. And then you hover over to any one pictures. Okay, you don't have to be locked into three pictures like this. You can take as many pictures you want. Okay, um, and then you can click on the three dots thing and choose merge to panorama. Control M. Okay, ACR is going to stitch them together and give you the preview of what you have. Okay, so at this point, okay, it gives you a distorted photo in a way. That's the nature of this. These merging. There's always a certain amount of error or distortion. Okay, it gives you different kind of projection. Spherical is what you're looking at. Now, if you switch to cylindrical, it'll look significantly different. Okay, but still kind of distorted from what you expect to see. Perspective is even worse, right? Okay, so I find that spherical is closest to what you really want. Okay, and then down here you have something called boundary warp. And what that means is like it allows you to warp the photo to correct for the distortion that that your photograph has. Okay, the way the boundary warp work is gonna bend the edges so that it make it more normal, right? So it tilt down and like that. Okay, so you can go all the way and then it completely straighten out the photo. The only problem is that if you look at the horizon now, because of so much pulling down on the picture, the horizon is kind of curved down, and it's noticeably obvious. So it's kind of depending on your comfort zone. Um, for example, if I do it like this, okay, there's still some distortion, but it's much better. Okay, at that point, right now I have these blank spaces. I got to do something to it. So there's two ways of doing it. There's an auto crop thing, and if you click on it, it will crop out everything that doesn't have any info. And that is not really what you want either, because of this little protrusion here is kind of a mark, kind of a pointer. Uh, so you don't really want to lose it, right? So you got to fill it in. Okay, so auto crop, you lose all of that. Filling in, the ACR is going to make up some info. But if you don't have too much to fill in, um, then it doesn't look as bad. Okay, it looks believable when you do that. It's up to you to decide. Um, you can do a boundary warp to 100%, and then later you got to use another method to straighten out the horizon, another warp in Photoshop. But that's beyond the scope of this. Okay, so once you do that, now the apply auto setting allows you to allow ACR to automatically change the colors and brightness and all of that for you, as if you had hit the auto button on the edit panel in the ACR. Okay, so if you unclick it, it'll look different. You click it, it it typically makes it better. So I always use it because I think I can spend a whole lot of time, and I kind of best I can hope for is to match what they had. Okay, so with that, you can press on the merge. And after that, it gives you the option to save. Actually, you have to save it in order to activate it. So you name it something, it names something for you. You can press save, and it will create a new file in the Adobe RAW format called DNG, which is digital negative. Okay, so that's a separate file, independent of the three files that you had used to generate this one. And then, of course, at this point, you can do some more changes if you want, or you can just export it as a JPEG and be done with. Okay. Um, So with that, I'd like to stop the video here. I would like to thank you so much for staying with me until the end. I would very much appreciate a like from you. And if you haven't subscribed, a subscription. Thank you so much. Bye bye.